The average fan will tell you that the most exciting part of a new Smash game are the new additions of icons to the roster. Consider this a welcome to the family, get in line for a whooping. Rules? Nah, just gotta have fun playing as the character. Also, this will not have the DLC. That might be a separate list. Short intro done, time for the fun. Let's start it off!
5th place.
To any fellow countdown makers out there, I must ask, do you find it frustrating when you're going into a list, have all the entries ready, and then there's a change you weren't expecting? It's not the first time it's happened to me, and it probably won't be the last. Originally, I was going to give this spot to Simon for his sweet slide kick, that axe that makes you go, mmm! The run attack, my second favorite victory animation, and just being able to do this. But, I'm not that good with him, and if I want to be, then I have to spam everything non-stop. Pressure and spam are two different things, but the line is blurred with the Belmonts. Maybe someday I can be good without resorting to that level. Anything can change, right?
I'll end you! Anything can change!
Hello, Marth the Fourth. For all those who laughed at him for not getting in Smash, he can wipe you out with little effort, so who's laughing now? I love cheering for the underdog characters if I like them or out of pity, and you were both! One day, Waluigi. For the record, I'm trying not to abuse the whole short hop, look at me twirl! Man, that's super annoying. Don't you guys know any other tricks? He's got speed and power, and apparently, he's everywhere. Insert Chrom future joke here. I want to use a more original SpongeBob joke later. I'm not kidding about the whole power thing. Nearly every attack he has can be a finishing blow that requires next to no effort to pull off, and thankfully, he's got one big hindrance. He's got Ike's up B recovery, which is cool and it fits him better than Roy's, but that means his best and sometimes only option is vertical recovery. I was worried he'd drop like a ton of bricks, but thankfully, he's actually light enough to make his recovery usable, but horribly predictable. Will I get upset when or if he gets nerfed? Only if Roy doesn't suffer the same fate. Yeah, that's not so bad. Kind of understandable, really.
4th place.
Big's gonna give it to you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that ult was intentional. I still wish Decidueye got in. It was so close! But that's not to say Incineroar doesn't have its charm. That's actually its main appeal to me, the level of detail to its animations. You know the ones where some of the attacks connect, right? Well, have you seen the ones where it gets angry when they miss? This works for a character like the Big Kitty Wrestler. I can't see Decidueye doing that. It's a shame that there are two big elements working against it. That speed is a joke that no one finds funny. And then there's the obvious one. Getting back on stage, and if you don't know how bad it is, I'm sure you do now. Really hoping the buff helps him out a lot with this. You almost can't recover low. You have to go predictably high. Jump, side B, then up B, and hope you've made it this far. At least the cross chop is super effective, much like everything else it has. Incineroar can easily kill with so many moves. The forward smash kills. The up smash kills. The down smash kills. And feels quite busted too, to be honest. The side B can kill in two different ways. The run attack kills. Most of the aerials can kill. The forward and back throw kill. Its presence alone killed the Grinch Leak. And if its moves are revenge powered, then GG, buddy. This is probably my favorite counter in the game, since it allows a near insta-KO move of your choosing while giving the other player a chance to fight back. Man, I wish Big was this good. I'd play as Team Rose every time. Yo, Sonic Team, can you just retcon Big into a wrestler for a possible Sonic Adventure remake? Or just use Purple Incineroar, it's all good.
3rd place.
Whammy! Of all the characters that just got in Smash, I'd have to say that the Inklings are probably the most lethal in the game, and should never be underestimated. The ink they use can give them a tremendous advantage over just about anything. So is it wrong that their jab is probably my favorite for being a double threat? If that ink gets on you, then guess what? You're nothing but a big, colorful pushover now. If covered by about 60% ink, you'll take 1.5 times more damage and knockback. Feeling scared of pink yet? You should have been. Don't think I've forgotten about that roller. If it's blocked, then prepare to be rightfully punished. If not, then they're gonna get it. Not to mention the benefit of leaving ink on the ground that can slow down your opponents, giving you nice moments like this one. And one of their best features is just being able to almost seamlessly flow from one attack to another, which leads me to ask two different questions. Why do they use their feet for 3 of the aerials? I have such a hard time believing that their legs are that powerful, and I think it would have made more sense to have another weapon make the attack instead, like a forward air roller spike, but that's just me. The other is, what weaknesses do they even have? Yeah, Ink Supply cripples tools, but you can still use the up B recovery, forward throw, and smash attacks. It just won't be as powerful. I hope to have a better understanding of that one day. I mean, I struggled for a while trying to figure out just how they function and how to utilize their setups, and even longer trying to script their segment. Well, there was one thing I picked up with them right away. That grin I get when I cover my opponent in a single color. As if to let them know, I claim the turf, I claim your stock, I claim victory.
Second place.
I've been around the speculation scene for a long time, and every speculation cycle, I encounter arguments that leave a hand imprint on my forehead. Did you ever hear the arguments of such drivel as, Mega Man would just be a clone of Samus, King K. Rool would just be a clone of Bowser, Brawl is the last one because of the Brawl to end them all. And when all of these things are eventually proven wrong, I try my best not to rub it in. That said, I need to let this out. What was my main reason for wanting the Space Pirate Dragon to be playable? I'm not even a big Metroid fan. Heck, Super Metroid probably isn't even in my 10 favorite Super Nintendo games. Then why was I advocating for this character for so long? Simple. I looked at him and said, he could be a fun character to play as. Can you guess what this says? The NES Fireballs, the Grab and Drag, the ooh, I nailed it, the... How did this happen? I mean, yeah, it's great knockback and protection, but the range feels short-handed, it only goes in 4 directions, can't go diagonally, and thus, you have to be careful with how you get back onto the stage. Other than that, he's about 85% of what I wanted him to be. I'm more than fine with the 10% of what I didn't expect. That was the 5% disappointment. Can't believe I had to spell that one out. On a quick note, I prefer the blood red alt to make him look more fearsome, and the brighter color helps us show off his smirk. I'm sure that there are still some fans out there that think he doesn't look right. Well, it might help if you think of it like this. This isn't Ridley. The game already acknowledges the various different forms he's had. To me, this is Smash Ridley. He already looks different from all the other forms, but carries around the basic traits and appearances he's had from different games. And is that really so hard to believe when he's had an alien parasite copy as DNA? I sure hope not. Some of the ways Ridley can claim victory are downright nasty, unfair, and cruel, with setups that give him a near unfair advantage and almost no way to fight back. A perfect fit for such a cunning, heartless space pirate, wouldn't you say?
Alright, first place.
I'm gonna assume that if you're watching this list, it's not your first time on my channel. You know darn well who it is, so let's get to it. Subverting expectations is a poor excuse by itself. Subverting the subversion is genius!
Unlimited power! This is my finest hour! I win!
My desire to see King K. Rool join the battle has been longer than my time on YouTube, which is now over 11 years old, and while I got the basics of what I wanted, they made him better than I ever could have hoped for. Yeah, you'll get the people complaining about his 2 projectiles, a counter that's also a reflector, a good recovery that can also survive a failed Ganon side, with the neat little detail from DKC3, armor on nearly everything, and 2 burying moves.
You're grounded!
But that's just called the royal treatment. He's easy to pick up and play, and master, and dominate with. You ever hosted an online arena where everyone is trying to out-backspike the other K. Rool? Or shoot a cannonball into the air and hit them with it? I can't appreciate a win with him if it's not done by one of those two moves. Just doesn't feel right to me, you know? With all this going for him, he might sound completely OP, right? Well, it's okay because he's not. He is vulnerable. His setups can be easy to see coming. His crown can be used against him. His up air puts him in free fall for a while, and that armor is like having a second shield, which comes with the downside of having it get broken, which is basically kissing a stock goodbye. So you see, he's not invincible, he just feels like it.
I've got it all!
But what really makes it for me are his expressions. This isn't the cherry on top. This is a whole nother Sunday to go with the Sunday. Look at this big goof. I'm gonna lose just because I can't stop laughing. It's so hard to go back to any other character. Win or lose, I'm smiling, and that's the best way to enjoy any game. And that'll do for this list, and if you have a difference of opinion, I'd like to hear who your favorite newcomers in Ultimate are. Before the DLC. Looking at it now, I'm glad it took this long for him to get in. Perfection takes time, after all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try to focus on the review for Ultimate soon, while also streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 on Twitch. Yes, I've actually started streaming there. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in another video. Later, everyone.